Okay, it's Monday, July 1st, and we've got breaking news, everybody.
No, it's not. We
In
have
a
lots of news.
$1 million hunt. I think it's breaking news because we don't have that much info about it. So K-Pro once again has put in the work and contacted some people. Plus, we have some Forrest Fenn updates. All right, what do we got, K-Pro?
Well, and I try to give credit, but it's the Bavettas and the G's and the others that say, "Hey, did you?" And Sam this last time, and he said, "Oh, did you guys see the updates and all of that?" So I kind of put it all together. But I have contacted a few people, both on the Forrest Fenn and on JCBs. We're going to start with JCBs, and then we'll move over to Forrest Fenn. I don't think there's anything hugely huge. It's not like, oh, it started today, but there is some cool stuff, I think. And I just wanted to take a minute. I had to spend about an hour this morning reading emails. I responded to very few. I'm overwhelmed with a lot of positive energy, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I didn't expect it, and it was a little overwhelming. So let's start with JCB. There's some updates. A PR team has been announced, and I was able to get in touch with them. And so,
well, that's breaking news.
Yeah. So, David's here. So he says hi. Okay. So 6 days countdown till a birthday. That's true. That is true. Good sir has a birthday coming up. Okay. Any news on the invitation? Yes. The invitation. 2.0. Do you want to answer that, Mike?
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. It's going to be great. But yeah, there should be a second one. We're going to figure out timing depending on the first one. Is it close to JCBs? Would it get drowned out? Would it help? Would it ride the wave? Not, I don't know. But definitely that discussion has been had. The story is done. I'm filling in the rest of the story, and then we're just starting to talk about puzzles and things. So, okay, Mike, bring up the PowerPoint, good sir.
All right, here we go. Mr. JCB, there's treasure inside.
Okay, so there's the new cover. If you go up on Amazon or anywhere, that's what you will see now. We had the old cover there before. Let's go. So the original, we've already seen this one, and so I just put it up as a comparative if we want to compare, because we now have some more thorough information, different information. So go to the next slide. This because it's getting in my face.
And this is off Amazon, right?
Yes, this is off Amazon. So if you want to read through it, I did catch a little typo. Does a typo matter? I do have to say it's rough when it comes to treasure hunts, because any typo you think, is it a hint? Is it not? Is it a red herring? What is it? So I did underline Forrest was spelled.
They spelled Forrest Fenn with one R.
Oh. Okay, so I had not read this, or this had a lot more detail than before. So do you see anything that stands out to you?
Well, it's not just a book. It's the ultimate treasure map. This book is your key to embarking on the greatest treasure hunt in American history, worth millions of dollars and growing more valuable each day. That's awesome. I mean, this is the big roller coaster even bigger than Forrest Fenn's. I'm sorry. Even Forrest Fenn with one R, it's even bigger. So this will be, well, let's hope. Again, it's not out yet, but if we're going to believe the hype, let's see. Let's wait.
Some people are, some people that I know and respect in the community have said, I'm kind of on the fence until I see what kind of happens in the next month or two. But let's get to that part. So let's get to some of the updates, and then we'll get to the PR team, what I've gotten from them and all that. So next.
All right. So this was there about John before, and now you're saying it's updated, right?
Yes.
Bam. John Collins Black is a successful web entrepreneur and one of the very early adopters in cryptocurrency. His innovative ventures in the digital world have earned him significant wealth and recognition. Now, John is turning his attention to the physical world, encouraging people to venture out and discover his hidden fortune. A lifelong adventurer with a passion for exploration, John combines his love for games, puzzles, and challenges with his entrepreneurial mindset to create unique and engaging experiences. His journey has taken him from pioneering digital finance to creating a treasure hunt that promises to captivate and inspire. John spent nearly 5 years acquiring a diverse and valuable collection of treasures, securing them in hidden locations across the United States and crafting the book There's Treasure Inside. This book serves as the ultimate treasure map, inviting readers to embark on an extraordinary adventure. John currently lives near Los Angeles with his wife and 2 children, where he continues to blend his entrepreneurial ventures with his love for storytelling and adventure.
So I underline the 2 things. It's way too small for me to see.
You underline securing them.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting wording. It's creative. It got my mind thinking like securing. So is it like in a storage unit, or is it buried, or is it like, what does securing mean? I thought that was
cool. We know that they're locked in the puzzle boxes, so you could say that's secured.
Oh, okay.
And then you underline, and then you underline treasure map.
Yeah, the book is a treasure map, and they said that a couple times. So I was like,
that's awesome.
It stands out. It stands out. So again,
I'm excited.
But it's more information's coming, and that's what we love is more information. Okay, next slide.
Editorial reviews of the book. So on Amazon, there are reviews. So somebody has already read this book, right?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Because let's read these. Like the second one is by the treasure box maker. And let's read these. And I don't know if it's just the idea. I think it's supposed to be of the book, but that's why I put a question mark.
Oh, so actually, if this is the treasure maker, he's talking about the boxes. He's not talking about the book.
Yeah. So the second one is about the boxes. The first one is sorry, guys, it's a PhD. He's a gemologist. And so let's read them and then see, do we think that they've read the book? I lean towards a no on one and possibly on the other, but I want your opinion, Mike, because you're the only one.
Well, just looking at it, I don't think so. He's talking about the treasure. So apparently this Dr. Robert Levinsky, mineral collector and proprietor of iRocks.com, maybe he bought some of these from him, or this guy is aware of the different gemstones that are in the treasure. But yeah, one's talking about the treasure, the other's talking about the treasure boxes. I don't think, according to this, that they've read the books.
That's kind of where I definitely lean that way on the treasure boxes. And by the comment made or the editorial review made, it could be it's just a review of kind of like what Jens got is a review of all the items. I don't know. See, Paula says, I don't think they've read the book. See, I'm leaning that way, but I needed to hear from
It's not a review of the book. It's a review of the treasure and review of the boxes that the treasures are in. So that's okay, in my opinion. All right. Awesome. Hey, look at that bad boy. Sapphire. Okay. Sri Lanka. So a new page, chapter 1, a new preview page. This was not there before.
Right.
Chapter 1. What's that look like, K-Pro? Look like a postmark from Mr. Forrest Fenn's book right there? I think he took a chapter from Forrest Fenn's book. The 120 carat sapphire, a plan that changed the world.
Wait. Silver Fox says, are we happy or sad this one does not come with the poem? How do you know, Silver Fox?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Because we don't have the book yet. It could come with 5 poems. You never know.
You never know. Okay, but I wanted to actually look at the wording. So even though that picture's there, yes, Huli, we can't unsee what some of us see there. Let's go to the next one.
You women.
Or do I? Ooh, Silver Fox.
This 120 carat raw sapphire is part of our treasure.
Okay, go to the next slide.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's what I just read. It's part of our treasure. You circled that, K-Pro. Why?
Yeah, because he's saying by 18 months, he's saying it's his treasure. But then over to the right, he says our treasure. Do you think the our is his team, his wife, his family, he himself, and he's talking to himself like Copper Dan does? Who is the our? Is that the team, do you think?
Yeah, it seems to me that it's part of the team that put this together. I wonder if he's not by himself. And I think the book will, when we get the book and it goes over the treasure hunt part, it will probably explain that. Would be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too.
Yeah, and again, it's a guess because we don't know. But yeah, our treasure is interesting, not his treasure.
Yeah.
All right, new on Amazon.
If you want to go on Amazon, there are new pictures of various items. And I don't know if G's in here or anybody so there is a database up on our Discord. I don't know where else it is, but there's a screen named G. And I think Bavetta and Vertigo, but I'm not entirely sure. But I know G has been updating it. When any new items come out, they are researching the history of it, because that's kind of what the description has told us to do. So anyone that has and knows, they're finding when it was sold and the history of it and all that good stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the PR team, among Collective's other clients are Lauren Mandel's production company, Disco Nap, which recently put on Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers hosted Culturistas Cultural Awards. And there's Treasure Inside author John Collins Black, who's about to launch a nationwide multi-million-dollar treasure hunt tied to the release of his new book.
Yeah.
So this shows that he has a team, right?
Yeah. So this was from Variety magazine.
I'll be right back.
Okay. It was a press release from last week. So what I decided to do is I went to their website and I contacted them and wanted to see if I could just get any kind of updated information. I have a slide on this, but I don't want dead air as Mike is. I can't go to the next slide. So they seemed, very responsive. They responded within, I don't know, like a half a day, if you will. Go to the next slide, Mike.
And that, in fact, is breaking news.
Oh my goodness!
K-Pro did the work and got.
Well, actually, they made it very easy. I want to just thank them. So basically, here's what I got, not only from them, but others have done some work as well. So we have the website. We have the pages from the book that are up on Amazon and all the different booksellers. We have pictures of items. We have Jens's video. And we have the Q&A on the website. So what I asked them is, they are a professional PR team. Okay, wait. Justin Field says, is JCB emphasizing?
You don't even need to read it. Oh. Go ahead, but it's a dumb comment, but go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I was reading. Sorry. Okay. So they've hired a PR team. So they're going to have what's called a PR campaign, which is basically when you launch any sort of book, you usually do some teasing, some interviews. They did confirm that there's going to be some interviews and a book tour around the U.S. I have asked if Vegas can be one of them. We can do a mini WSOF type of thing. And they are in that planning stage right now of figuring out who, what press, where. Usually you kind of build up. This is why PR is $1 billion industry, because they are doing the professional work. They're putting the campaign together. So the planning is happening in July. So I think by August, we're going to know. I think at the latest August, everyone's going to know kind of what that tour is and how that's going to work and all that. Jens's doc, we already knew from Jens that he is simultaneously going to be releasing the Forrest Fenn doc that has JCB in it, and the hunt kind of announced in it as well. And again, this professional team, there is a team of people though, because the person that I spoke to or communicated with from the PR team is not the person that responded from something else that we got contacted about from like a month ago. So there is more than one person on his quote unquote team, which I think is pretty cool. So it's John and at least 2 other people, if not many, many more. But I just know that it's not all the same person that's been responding to everything. There is a database of info. I'm going to give credit to G, but if there's others, please let me know. Huli, you may know who's doing that as well. Is Bavetta involved and Vertigo involved, or is it just G's database? I don't know who, but I want to give credit to the only thing that I'm doing is saying credit to G, because that's all I know. I don't want to say it wrong. And the launch is October 21st, 2024. I think it's our next big thing in the community, because I think all the Forrest stuff got delayed.
Right. So, yeah, and the guy's obviously doing it right with a PR team. I mean, a team of people. It's not just, Forrest Fenn sitting in his den doing interviews. I think this will be huge. So we'll see, but time will tell. Maybe will there be issues with it? Maybe. We'll see.
Well, so here's a comment. Why would JCB want to do this hunt? He must know all the bad that comes with this. Frivolous emails, phone calls, break-ins, stalkers, liabilities, etc. Yeah. There's
But in
definitely
my
there's many bad eggs in this community, God we know. So,
but in my
yeah.
opinion, he learned from Forrest Fenn's hunt. He is aware. That's exactly right. He is aware of all that, and he's taking the precautions to deal with it. In my opinion. So there you go. And guess what? He did it anyway. Maybe he's got the spirit of a maverick, much like a Mr. Forrest Fenn.
Now I did. So some people were saying, I'll wait for like the book tour to get the book. It was, oh, I know his real name, but what's his freaking handle? Loco Lobo. Loco Lobo contacted and said, if he's doing a book tour, is he going to come to my city? And can I get a signed book? And they said, no, you're going to have to buy the book up front and bring it to the book tour. So you guys don't have to delay. You can order your book now. Maybe only the people that do that get a book. I don't know. Anyway, so.
Exactly, Silver Fox. You don't let the dumb, stupid, obsessed people prevent you from doing an awesome thing for the treasure hunt community.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to...
Oh, many people have helped. G, Bavetta, Vertigo, from what I've seen. Okay. So all those people, I want to say thank you, because literally the only thing I've done is say it and point you to Discord where there is a database. It's pinned. And you can see, those as well.
And for those watching us, if you're watching for the first time, we do have a Discord set up with a channel for There's Treasure Inside. We're going to discuss these things as they get closer. There is the link. Hooli put the link earlier, but there's the link one more time. Go join, absolutely free. And as we approach October, we can all discuss it.
Well, and the one thing that we are doing that I think is a little different is there's a lot of the smaller hunts that people are starting to talk about more and more. Xavier, the Invitation, we're going to have some of the originators on from some of the smaller hunts because they're happening all over the country. And Mike's going to be taking the focus on the entire amusement park.
Okay. Well, now that brings us to Mr. Forrest Fenn, the sly old fox. Okay. What do we got going on here?
There's only one slide, and it's really just an update. I did talk to the Netflix group. They are confirming there might be a little bit of a slip. Not slip. I think that makes it seem like there's a delay. They have said late 2024, early 2025. There is a tentative schedule. I have tried everything I can. Netflix has scheduled it, and that's part of the process. I have not been able to get that hasn't leaked out yet. So I do believe it's going to definitely happen after the election. They are seeing this as like the next baby reindeer. They think it's going to really take off, like be a huge project. So this is the next big one is how I'll say it. So they do want to wait till after the election. So the earliest we would get it is December. Most likely it's going to be 2025. So we were able to confirm that kind of with the team. So that's the Netflix update. Blackfin, Cynthia had that video out that says there's a dog, and Jack is in it. I have made contact with a few, and I will say I believe that to be the case as well. So it does look like, though, sorry, ready, Mike? Are you ready with the Saturn?
What's that?
At the earliest, we're going to probably see that as 2026.
Well, yeah, it takes a long time to do a doc. We saw how it is with Netflix. You can't just whip it together. So I get that. I'm just waiting on Netflix.
Anything you want to say, Lou B? Let us know. I haven't heard from you.
Aren't we all waiting on Netflix, Lou B? So yeah, we're just waiting on that one. And then if another one comes out where Jack participates, I mean, that would be great as well. But I mean, that would be huge if Jack can tell his side of the story. But all we can do is wait on that one and see. You put on here are other people being contacted, so other YouTubers.
I will say that I don't know about tubers. There are some searchers that have been contacted. They would prefer not to be named, so some of the bad stuff doesn't come towards them. So it looks like Blackfin is at the point of they are building kind of the group or searchers. I do think it's going to be searcher stories because that's what it is, guys. And I think we'll see maybe some new people, but I know some people that have been contacted now. So they are starting that process. They're at the very beginning stages, though, of building it, but they do have Jack. That's huge. In my opinion, that's the biggest breaking news we've gotten in months and months and months and months.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay. Do you see what Luby says?
Yeah, promised Jared a ride in a Cessna, which is a small plane. Haven't taken him yet. I hear maybe in the LA area, though.
Well, the LA area is where the editing team is. And I have heard that they're still doing the final touches, but they are in the final touches part, and that's built into the schedule. So that's not going to delay anything.
Is Blackfin paying? Well, I think any reputable company trying to do a doc pays, I believe, right?
From what I understand, yes. And it's because Blackfin is like Nomatica, and then you have Netflix. They will be working with either a network or a like a Hulu. They won't be working with Netflix, but they will be working with a network. So there is, let's just say there is a budget. The budget is already underway. So I don't know any other detail, like how much and how many people.
Yeah, we don't have any details. So
yeah.
Okay.
Go back to that. I thought I had one more thing or two more things.
Well, you put Shiloh's book, but I'm not sure I understand why. Is there anything new?
Okay, no, this is the one page. Just let me do my thing. Cynthia's teaser 2 is out. When is it coming? Greg just asked that because she had talked about all these things, and she just responded in our Discord. If you guys want to go to Discord and read it yourself, she said she thought she already made it clear she can't talk until Netflix is out, except for her visit with Dale or discussions with Dale, and she might be putting out partial information before then. So there you have it. And then Shiloh's book, I think, also is going to come after Netflix. So Cynthia, Shiloh, after Netflix. Dale may come beforehand. He is not under an NDA. But then Blackfin and Netflix. So you can put this down now. That was the last slide, I think. Yeah. So basically we have maybe something out later this year, but for the most part, Forrest Fenn's kind of on hold until 2025/2026 is going to be our year, honey.
Okay. We just got to find one of these treasure boxes. I don't care if it's the smallest one. It would be awesome just to go boots on the ground and look for it. It would be awesome to get the state, to know you had the right state would just be cool. So we'll see. I mean, and if the book is not that good, we're going to be critical on it. They misspelled Forrest Fenn, which is not good. You might want to reach out to that publicist and mention that to them and ask them, is this intentional or is this not intentional? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I think a lot of people have said, oh, he must be paying you guys. Why are you such fans? I'm a fan of anyone who's doing $1 million treasure hunt, but I will be critical of the book once we get it. If it doesn't make sense, if there are issues, we'll be the first ones to talk about it. So,
well, again, I mean, and that's a good example. Like Hillary and Sean, I consider friends, search friends. Yeah. But I was very enthusiastic with their book. We're on hold now. And like Mike, a lot of people say, do you like Xavier? And he's like, I'm going to reserve it to see what the solution is. And, they're going to have another hunt. And so you kind of have to wait until, but right. Just because, I don't know John at all. He's never communicated with me. But right now I'm going to assume that he does. It's not like Blackbeard. Like people have researched this guy enough. He's wealthy. Yeah. And he seems to have a team. Has he already made some bumps? Yeah, but so huge that I would rule it. I'm excited about a new big treasure hunt because Forrest Fenn was so great and now over. And I think, or over for years now, this is our next big one. I also, and I didn't put it on there, but like Justin's next project, I've heard a lot of things. I don't know whether it's still coming or not. I guess I should put that in the same as Shiloh and Cynthia's. Is it really going to happen? But that's exciting because it sounds like the dragon bracelet's in it, and I don't know what that means.
Wow. But again, all we have is secondhand info. At least with John Collins Black, the book is on Amazon with a release date. There's a PR firm that's responding. I mean, it's not just
if you think about the treasure hunting amusement park, when you have the main ride shut down, which was Forrest Fenn, this is we have a lot of little teacup rides and we're one of them. I'm not knocking it, but this is the next big one. This is big.
All right. I got to order 2 copies of the book so I can take the first one apart and make sure there's nothing in the spine.
Okay. You need to order 3 because I get my own book.
I know. Is Xavier Marks over? No, Xavier Marks is not over. It's still out there somewhere in New York. Nobody can find the thing, but it is still there. It's still going on. USA China said, but did they really misspell it? In other words, could it be in a forest? It's a hint to a forest. There's a
Right.
location.
Right.
We just don't know without seeing the book. We'll
Right.
see. I hope.
I only ride the big boy ride. See, exactly. And that's why it's so exciting. This is the next big thing. Like people talk about Masquerade, Forrest Fenn, this one. And you add in a breakfast team bourbon because it was pretty big. But for the most part, I mean, we don't have these major rides come. Now, this major ride is in 5 parts. So that's also a little bit, this is exciting. And that we're seeing an official website. We've seen an official website, guys. That's huge. Like,
yeah, it has an official website, right?
Yeah. So, and we have an official book release, at least on Amazon and all the other booksellers, and yeah. So this is exciting. It's not just third-hand information. This is direct information, which is great.
The Gemini at Cedar Point. Anybody know what I'm talking about? All right.
Wait, Forrest Fenn kind of is like the old wooden roller coasters that needs a lot of maintenance. No, it's closed down. It's over. I'm going with what Shiloh said. It's over. Jack was the finder. There's nothing else to find. It is over. Okay.
The Gemini at Cedar Point. Okay. I don't even know if that's still there. All right. So I think that's it. We're waiting on Netflix. We're waiting on JCB's book. We're waiting on Jens's doc. We're waiting on Shiloh's book, but until we actually have some real details, I don't even want to bring that up anymore.
Well, just like Jens. Okay, then we don't bring up Shiloh. We don't bring up Jens because Jens is what? Said I'm working on it for 6 years now. And
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, those, it's just we're waiting on them. So when we get something, we can.
And that's why I didn't put a lot. It's just, we have, that's just the general update. The big stuff was the stuff from JCB's website, the stuff from Amazon. That's big because that's a change. Anything that's a change, I think, is big. There was a big media announcement in Variety magazine. That's the big, but I still kind of want to keep on the radar the stuff that is coming, that could potentially be coming up.
Right. Yeah. Candy says the wishes lamps are a big ride. That's the genie lamp. It was 1.2 million. Supposedly somebody won. We need to contact them and find out the details on that. And when is the next one? So yeah, that is, if that's legit, that is a big one. Supposedly they gave away 1.2 million, but you don't hear too much about it. They did some press, but I don't know.
Well, yeah,
we'll have to dig into that one.
See, I got you so fixated on the Forrest Fenn ride that's broken down. It's over. It's done. It's closed. That you haven't been focusing on the whole amusement park. Get to it.
It's over. It's over, except there's going to be a documentary on it. And then there's going to be a second documentary on it. So it's still around, even though the hunt itself is over.
And then there's going to be a time capsule release in 2026. So we have 3 big things coming in the Forrest Fenn hunt. We have Netflix, we have Blackfin, and we have the time capsule. Boom.
Right.
I mean, there's other little stuff. Is there a lawsuit going on? Is Shiloh's book out yet? Like, we have little stuff, but the 3 big things, we still got 3 big things coming.
Okay, for those of you that have our treasure hunt, the invitation, we're going to put up a video that releases clue number 2. And if you're on the list, I will email it to you. It'll also be there for everybody to watch. So we don't even know if Jens's doc is going to be Forrest Fenn or JCB or one morphing into the other. Well, we don't know. That's why it's going to be fun to watch. I hope it's going to be Forrest Fenn concentrated with JCB at the end, but we'll see. We don't know because Jens won't give us a trailer. That's true.
Yeah. So somebody put, October, what's up with the October timing? And Justin Field says releasing in October is no doubt a strategy to build interest in the winter when most folks won't be going boots on the ground. People are already boots on the ground. That's how crazy it is.
Which makes no sense whatsoever. But
I actually can see some points. I know some people are really excited about it, but I worry that, and again, I know people say you can't cure stupid and all that. Still, launching it going into the dead of winter. I hope he does say something and he's already said it's in the book, like it's in a city. So you don't have to worry about, or something that doesn't put people in harm's way. Even though I know it's not John's fault, then you still being mindful of it.
Right. Okay. I think that's it. I think we got to shut it down so I can release this clue number 2. What do you think, April?
Yeah, I think it should have been for all of you. We know that it's 9:30 on the East Coast, so we're sorry. There's been some stuff going on, but anything in the future we'll try to release earlier. I thought it was going to be released before the show. We had some stuff come up. So
9:30 is a problem for people. Anyway, all right. Okay. Sorry.
Maybe they want to work on it all night. I don't. Well, yeah, I won't say. Okay, and I will. Well, go ahead. Just go. Bye.
All right. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. We did hit 4,700 and something subscribers. 300 more to get to 5,000. If we could get to 5,000 by October, that would be great. As more and more people, I think, are interested in the JCB hunt. I think that just might happen. So if you haven't subscribed, take a moment to hit the button because it's free, and you'll also be notified whenever we go live. So, and also there's the Discord, and also there is Cowlazars Grand Adventure on Facebook. All places where you can get all the treasure hunt news.
hintofriches.com.
And hintofriches.com.
Yeah, we've seen an increase there. We've seen an increase on Discord. So I think it's going to be slow and steady, and there will be an explosion. And that's going to be when JCB's hunt launches. And I hope they do consider Vegas. We'll do a meetup here. We'll get 100 people, I'm sure. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.